talk about overview of networking and content delivery. Our main target will be there for Amazon VPC, Route 53, Direct Connect, and Elastic Load Balancing. So let's go and go through one by one. Virtual Private Cloud (VPC). So VPC is nothing but network area into that in AWS, where we'll have a like in private subnet, public subnet, internet gateway, net gateway connecting with a router with a different route table. Yeah, so we'll talk in more details with an example as well in this, but just consider this is that in one private network area into that in AWS, where we'll have a multiple availability zone, public subnet, private subnet, and so forth. As an overview, just you have to remember that in that is a private network area, and you'll be have like in public and private subnet. You can allow or deny that in access, it's up to you. So we'll talk this ones in more details in a VPC sections. So if you'll see that in another video, like in another presentations, we have internet gateway connecting with publicly. We have a different like an two availability zone A and availability zone B with a VPC CIDR block 10 or 10 or 10.00.0/16, and subnet 1 and subnet 2. So it's connecting with a main route table with a local with a virtual gateway, whereas that in first one is connecting internet gateway. So that means subnet 1 have a public accessible and second one will not have. However, it's also connecting with a your data center. So we will see all those things in more details in our upcoming sessions. So next services we have a Amazon Cloud Front. So Amazon Cloud Front is nothing but Amazon Cloud Front is a global content delivery network CDN service that securely delivers data, videos, applications, and APIs to your viewers with a low latency and high transfer speeds. CloudFront integrate with AWS, including a physical locations that are directly connected to that in AWS global infrastructure, as well as a software that works seamlessly with a service, including AWS Shield for DDoS mitigation, AWS S3 Elastic Load Balancer, and so on and so forth. Amazon Cloud Fronts have like in global growing content delivery network, secure content at edge locations, high performance and cost effective. The next services we have Route 53. In Route 53, Amazon Route 53 is a highly available and scalable cloud domain name system DNS web service. It is designed to give developers and business an extremely reliable and cost-effective way to route end user to internet applications by transforming name like www.example.com into the numeric IP address like 10.0.2.1 that computers use to connect to each other. Amazon Route 53 is a fully compliant with IPv6 as well. We'll see more into that in upcoming sessions for Route 53 as well. If you'll see that in or like in user from USA or Europe or Africa, South America, they are connecting with a Route 53 and it's going request through that in different region like in US East and European regions and connecting with like in a load balancers again in so and so forth. After that we have API gateways. So with help of API gateway, we can create, maintain, and secure API at any scale. Amazon API gateway is the Amazon Web Services offering that allow a developer to connect non-AWS applications to AWS backend resource, such as servers or code. Amazon API gateway allow a AWS customer to increase the overall utility of Amazon other cloud and services. We can connect with Lambda Slack channel and other sub like in tools as well with help of a REST API or by that in endpoint. Direct connect. So direct connect is another like in services in AWS located in network and content delivery. So AWS direct contents locations using the industry standard 802.1 QVLANs. These dedicated connections can be partitioned into the multiple virtual interface. So we can attach like in with a VPC and we'll get that in our data center connected to that in AWS. And minimum speed we can get that in 1 GB per second, and maximum we can get that in a per direct connect at 10 GB per second. So if you need more than that speed, you can get the a direct connect with another VPC. Yeah, and so on and so forth. Reduce your business cost if you have a bandwidth heavy workload that you wish to run the AWS Direct Connect. Reduce your network cost into that in out of AWS into two ways. First, by transforming data to that in form of AWS directly, or you can reduce your bandwidth committing to your internet as service provider. Second, all data transfer over your dedicated connections is charged at the reduced AWS Direct Connect data transfer rate rather than the internet data transfer rate. So it's all depend if you are looking for hybrid solutions connecting your like on-premises data center to that in AWS, then that is a better way. Alternatively, that net intern data transfer charge will be higher than compared to direct connect. Elastic load balancing, we have already talked into that in previous sections, but still it's there in globally. So that is for just this is that in another non-functional services for achieving that. We can implement that in with help of a load balancers, irrespective of server IP address. We can get that in a record, and with help of that will be accessible into that in internet or intranet, yeah, internet facing or internet facing, or we can attach ELB or ALB to that in route 53 and we'll be able to access it. So again, elastic load balancing, we have three categories: applications load balancer, network load balancer, and classic load balancer. We have already talked these ones in more details in previous sections. So this is all about overview of networking and content delivery. We'll talk in more details in BPC Route 53. And thanks for watching.